This season on Simvivor, we're headed to the beaches of Tartosa, where 8 Sims will live with no shelter, compete in classic Simvivor challenges, and vote each other off until one remains as the sole Simvivor. And this season, for the first time ever, we're welcoming back 4 returning Simvivor players with their loved ones. Let's meet the 4 dynamic duos. First, we have Brianna. Brianna was voted out after 2 tribal councils in a row on Season 5. She was an absolute beast, performing the best in both of the challenges she was in. However, her tribe saw her as a threat and voted her out. This season, Brianna's husband Kevin will be playing against her on the beach. Will this give her the boost that she needs? Next, let's welcome back Cole. Cole was voted out after a tribe swap landed him at the bottom of the numbers, also back on Season 5. Will him and Brianna team up to make a power duo, or will his best friend, Mara, help bring him to the final tribal council? Mara has been Cole's friend for years and is a brand new fan of Survivor herself. Will she outwit the competition? Next we have Kendall. Kendall was voted out in the result of a twist back in Season 4, causing her to go home with a duo. Will her partner this time bring her luck? Speaking of her partner, Miracle. Miracle is Kendall's best friend and roommate. Will their Sims be able to tackle this adventure together? Then we have my brother, Matthew. Matthew was voted out because an immunity idol caused him to have the only vote cast against him at a tribal council. Will he have better luck this time playing with his cousin, and mine, Bella? Bella's a fan of Survivor herself, so hopefully she can bring Matthew the luck that he needs. 4 Sims vying for redemption and 4 loved ones joining them. How will these family matters shake up the game? Find out this season on Simvivor, Blood vs. Water. Hello there everyone, Coolnickyd here, welcome back to another video, and today we are here with Season 9 of Simvivor. Blood vs. Water. Yes, I am so excited to be back here for yet another season, and I am so excited to play with 4 returning Simvivors and some of their and my friends. I also want to thank you for your continued support in my playing of Simvivor. It is because of you guys that I continue to make these seasons, because just when I think everybody's sick of them, I introduce a new group of friends to my show and put them in the game, and then they're obsessed, and then I keep doing it again. And so I genuinely live for these things. As you see, I have my Survivor buff on. It's actually Halloween weekend when I'm starting to record this, so I don't know when I'm uploading. It could be months after that. But I was actually a Survivor player for Halloween, like myself as a Survivor player, and so I thought it would be great to get the buff on and to start recording another season of Simvivor. Okay, so for those of you that are new here, Simvivor is based off of the show Survivor, where there are 2 tribes competing against each other, and each week someone gets voted out until one person is left as the sole survivor. And in my version of Simvivor, I do not control the Sims. I do not pick who goes home and who wins. The only thing I do is make them go to challenges and do things. I do not make them talk to each other. The survivors handle all of the talking and all of their relationships on their own. I am just here to narrate and host, and so it's going to be no different this season, and I'm very excited for it. So the blue tribe is going to be Brianna, Cole, Matthew, and Kendall, which are all of the returning Simvivors, and their tribe name is going to be called Okeanos, but we're just going to call them Water, and Okeanos is like ocean. And then Miracle, Kevin, Mara, and Bella, who are the relatives of those people, are going to be on the Cardia tribe, which means heart, but we're going to call them Blood because the season is Blood versus Water, and their colors are red and blue, so we're going to call them the Blood tribe and the Water tribe, because that is essentially what their names are when translated into English. And so just make it easier on everybody, that's what we're going to do. We're going to call them Blood versus Water. And if you're confused why Blood versus Water is the title, well, Blood versus Water is the actual title of a Survivor season. They did it twice, where they welcomed former survivors who played the game and brought their family members with them, and they competed on 2 separate tribes against each other. And so that is why our season here is called Blood versus Water. And that title comes from the saying, blood is thicker than water, and, blood versus water being like a metaphor for family and bloodlines. Now, not everybody here are blood related. In fact, only 2 of them are. But at my young age, friends are family and family are friends. And so that's the most important thing to me. Like, Brianna is playing with her husband, Cole is playing with his best friend, Matthew, who is my brother, is playing with his cousin, who is also my cousin, and then Kendall is playing with her roommate, who are very close. Let's start the season. Let's get into the gameplay and just press play. And let's narrate what happens. Look at this camp. Look how cool it is. We got sleeping bags for the first time ever. Our survivors are not going to be covered with anything. There's no real beds, no tents, just sleeping bags on the beach. Abandoned ship, and there's some boat wreckage over here. So, you know, like an abandoned seaport is basically what they're living in. And it's a really pretty camp. I actually really like it. I downloaded it off the gallery, and it was called like Tartosa Beach Club or something, but then I edited it to make it fit to the Simvivor theme. And so it's an open beach. We'll probably have strangers walking down and everything, but it's really cool, and it has all the things that the Simvivors could possibly need. And yeah, it is, again, out in the open, so they may go elsewhere to do things, but that is their prerogative. You know, we allow our Sims to run away, to do whatever they want, and so they are going to spend the day away from the tribe, like Matthew's about to do here. Then they're going to spend the day away from the tribe. The other thing that's interesting about this season is that the 4 existing Simvivor players, some of them know each other, some of them have played the game of Survivor already, and therefore some of them have skills and have different abilities, whereas usually in a Simvivor season they all come in on the same playing field. But in the real game of Survivor, when a returning player comes back, they have those skills already, and so I think it's going to be really interesting to see how they perform in challenges. Are they going to perform well together? Like, are the returning Simvivors going to do any better than the new Simvivors? We don't know. But it looks like there is some conversation going on. Looks like there's some lunch happening. Mara and Cole are starting up the combos with Brianna, Miracle, and Kendall. So we have a little group over here. It'll also be interesting to see how the actual people that know each other in the game will talk to each other. I am setting a rule for myself that logistically does not make sense for any of them to want to vote their loved one out unless they have to. So like, for example, if Miracle is up for elimination, Kendall will, not that they're on the same tribe, so they can't do that yet, but at the merge or whatever, they can't vote each other out. That's just not going to happen. No matter how, you know, more the relationships are with other people, the loved ones are not voting each other out. So that's one thing. But I'm interested to see if they like actually talk to each other. You know, they are friends, but I'm interested to see if they are gonna like be friendly in the game. You never know. But it looks like Miracle just whipped up some chimney for the tribe. Okay, Miracle, don't know what that is, but that sounds cool. Cole, anyone is over here? Look at Kevin and Bella. Mara and Mara and Brianna were like in a combo too. The only one that is not here is Matthew. He is all the way on the other side of the island, and he has decided to take up his own meal of grilled plantains. So that is interesting. Matthew, I would highly recommend heading back to camp whenever you can, because that is not going to be a good look on you. But everybody else seems to be conversating. You know, it's always so happy the first day on the island. Looks like Mara is a big talker. Mara, Brianna, Cole, Miracle. These 4 really seem to be the ones talking. Oh, who's this? You are not welcomed here, lady. I might have to like delete these Sims if they come and try to interfere with us. I put the private lot tray on, so hopefully they won't bother our filming over here. Yeah, it's really cool to see all of these people like chit-chatting over here. Yeah, it's like one little happy family, except for Matthew, who is on his phone eating grilled plantains. Bella, this is not good. See, like, there is definitely some incentive to them wanting their loved ones to stay in the game because they are an easy vote for them, and they are like shield. Even if they're not on the same tribe yet, you know, they'd want to make the merge with each other. That way they eventually can be votes for each other. Oh, Brianna and Kevin flirting on the beach. Okay, get a room. Just kidding, there are no rooms. Haha. Yeah, lots of combos happening. I love it. And Cole and Mara are at the center of them. Interesting. Oh, and there's now a fire. Oh. What the heck? What's on fire? What's on? Did a fire just start because of the heat or something? Kendall and Miracle are clearly discussing some strategy, being like, okay, girl, this is what's going to happen. We're on 2 separate tribes, but this is the game plan. We're in it together for the long haul. Absolutely. Kevin and Brianna are still over here flirting with each other. They're probably taking this as a vacation. They're like, we're on this beautiful island in Tartosa together. We gotta just make the best of it. And I'm here for it. Ooh, Cole is getting in on the combo. Cole and Mara. Is Mara here? Yeah, Mara's playing some ball. I'm sure she's waiting for somebody to join her, but they seem like they are being very, very, very social, which, I mean, good for them. Good for them. We do have a very interesting challenge going on today, so I'm excited to see how that goes. We're going to go a little bit later in the day, probably closer to the afternoon time, maybe like 2 or 3. Oh, Cole just said something awkward. Okay. Cole must have said something in regards to like, yeah, like, we're good now until we vote each other out, and then they thought that was awkward, or maybe he said something about Kendall and Miracle being a threat. Maybe he witnessed their little business meeting earlier, and he's like, I saw that, and now Brianna's back over here. Yeah, we have a very social group. The only people I haven't really seen socializing too much is Bella and Matthew. Matthew's socializing with this old lady instead. Matthew, you should really get back to camp, but again, I can't tell him to do anything. It is his choice. And Bella either, but I mean, like, if Bella's here, so if she wanted to socialize, she could. And Cole and Miracle are talking again, so it seems like they're getting back on good terms. Miracle and Mara are having a convo? Okay, maybe they're like, us girlies should stick together. Kevin is the only guy on the Blood Tribe, but it doesn't matter. We've had imbalanced seasons before. Last season was very imbalanced as far as the gender dynamic, and if you saw what ended up happening, there were only 2 guys on the entire season, and spoiler alert, tap through if you don't want to hear, one of them won. So gender dynamic, we have had an entire season. Matthew's season 6 was boys versus girls, and defied what usually happens, so you never know. Nothing is out of the question. The game seems very alive, very social. This is not usually how it is, honestly. Like, obviously, like, Matthew and Bella were being a little bit silent, but everyone's talking. There are seasons where there's like a strong core group of 4 and that's it, but now everyone's talking. And I mean, I feel like that would be like a fun kind of environment to be on, you know, with family and friends, so it is a little bit more fun. Like, none of them are strangers, so I get how it is a little bit more talkative, but it is very, very interesting to see. All right, we're gonna head over at around 4, so let's finish off the hour. Everybody's warming up, playing some basketball, and let's go ahead and head over to the challenge. Okay, this challenge is called Checkmate with Our Mates. And in this challenge, our Blood Tribe and our Water Tribe are going to face off in 4 head-to-head chess matches, and they will be playing with none other than their partner slash duo in this game, meaning Kendall and Miracle will face off in one, Brianna and Kevin will face off in one, Cole and Mara will face off in one, and Matt and Bella will face off in one. And the winner of each match wins a point for their tribe. Tribe with the most points at the end of the 4 matches wins. If it's a tie, 2-2, we will go to a tiebreaker, and the duo that has to do the tiebreaker will be chosen at random. Okay, so I'm gonna seat everybody with their appropriate partners, and we're gonna get this move on. It is not about who finishes the fastest, it is just about who wins the match. And if it's a tie, we will consider it a point for each. So let's get into it. All right, survivors ready, go. They have all been prompted to start a game. Again, it is not who finishes fastest, it is just the points. Some of them already have a logic skill. Again, some of them have already played the game, and so it makes sense for maybe one tribe to do better, but you never know with this game. Ooh. If I had my bets, I feel as though our existing survivors would win. Okay, it looks like we have... Oh my god, everybody finished? Who won? Let's see if we can find out who won. Okay, in the first duo, Matt and Bella, we see Matt as a chess victor, and let's make sure Bella, yep, Bella did not get anyone, so that is 1 point for Water. In this duo, Kevin versus Brianna, we saw Brianna as the chess victor, so that is 2 for Water. Kendall and Miracle, Miracle wins, so that is 1 point for Blood. In Cole versus Amara, we see Cole as the chess victor. That 1 point for Blood for Miracle is not enough to outplay Water's tribes 3 points, so congratulations to the Water tribe. You guys win immunity, safe from the vote tonight at Tribal Council. As for our relatives on the beach, Miracle, Kevin, Mara, and Bella, the Blood tribe, one of you will be going home at tonight's Tribal Council. Unfortunately, the returning players just used their skills and beat y'all. So yeah, that was a good match. See, and see, you never know, because like Miracle beat Kendall, so you never know. Even with all the skills, you never know. So that's the challenge. Let's head back to the beach, folks, and we will see some of the convos happening before tonight's Tribal Council. Okay, so we're probably going to do Tribal Council in a few hours, I would say around 10 or 11 p.m. game time. So they do have quite a while to figure things out, and we already see Miracle and Mara talking about things. We saw them talking a little bit earlier, potentially forming a little alliance. If I had to say, also, did I turn on the free will? Yes, it is on. If I had to say, I feel like them two definitely have each other's backs. Bella wasn't talking too much. She was playing basketball for a lot of the day, and Kevin was like flirting it up with Brianna most of the day. So I hope that would help. Look at all their duos. Oh my god, all the duos are... That is crazy. All of the duos are talking to each other. I wonder if the returning players are giving them all little tips. They just exchanged a hug being like, good luck, you got this, don't worry about it. Kevin and Brianna definitely seem to have a great relationship with each other for obvious reasons. But hopefully Kevin expanded those relationships to the other people on his tribe. In the same way that Mara and Miracle have. Because right now, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about Bella. I'm not too sure where Kevin stands. But Bella, out of the four of them, definitely seems to be the quietest of the bunch. So maybe... I'm not going to predict anything. I'm overseeing. I'm the narrator. Bella's talking to Cole. Okay. Bella, that's great. But maybe you should be talking to people on your tribe. Potentially would be the better option for you. Look at them. I know they're probably watching, so yes, look at Brianna's like, Kevin, do this. Kevin's like, I got it. Bella's going to bed. She's like, I'm done with this thing. Oh, a lot of people are going to bed. Okay, y'all, there's still 1 more hour until Tribal Council, so you can go to bed. But Mara's feeling good. She was just talking to Brianna, so maybe I wonder if like Brianna and Kevin, they might do this in real life. Like Kevin's like clearly on the outs. He talks to Brianna. Brianna gives him a pep talk. Brianna goes and talks to everybody for Kevin. She was like, Kevin, I got this. I'm going to go talk to people and you'll be good. So maybe that's what just happened. I mean, I don't know. But a lot of our Simvivors are headed to bed, and it's 10 o'clock, so let's make them go to Tribal so we can put them out of their misery for the day. Okay, Blood Tribe, welcome to the first Tribal Council of Survivor Blood vs. Water, Season 9. Or Simvivor Season 9, Blood vs. Water, I should say. We have our loved ones, the people that have never played Survivor before, here at the first Tribal Council. Some would say as expected, some would say... No, some would say as expected. They are not the most experienced people on the beach, but that's okay. You've never needed to be a winner of Survivor, so we'll see how this goes, but let's recap the week. Bella, it seemed as though you were taking a backstage approach this week with Matthew headed off somewhere else on the island at the beginning of the week. Did that hinder your ability to make a connection with your loved one and the people on your tribe? Mara, it really seemed like you connected well with Miracle and that you had a plan going, but what was that plan and will it be happening tonight? Kevin made a great relationship with his loved one, Brianna, but did Brianna do his dirty work well enough to keep him here this week? and Miracle. Miracle, it seems like you knew what you were doing and you got that one singular point for your tribe in the challenge today. Did your tribe mates see that as a benefit, or did that make you a threat? All right. The first vote goes to Miracle. The second vote goes to Kevin. That's 1 vote Miracle, 1 vote Kevin. The third vote goes to Bella. That's 1 vote Miracle, 1 vote Kevin, 1 vote Bella, 1 vote left. First person voted out of Survivor Season 9, Simvivor Season 9, Blood vs. Water. Bella, the tribe has spoken. Yes. My family bloodlines are not showing well in this episode. Bella, it just seems like you weren't connecting with your tribe enough to save you this week. I'm really sad to see you go. Whatever plan Miracle and Mara put together seemed to have worked because, well, I mean... but the Blood Tribe is left with only 3, and Bella is the first one gone, which means Matthew no longer has the safety net of having his relative in the game. So how will that affect Matthew, and how will that affect the rest of the season? You'll just have to wait and see. But I am super excited to continue on with Simvivor. Thank you all for watching this first episode. If you made it this far, I'm so excited to see what happens throughout the rest of the season. We have some really good fun twists and turns coming your way. But for now, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like. It's a big help, and I will see you guys all again next time. Goodbye. Woo!